Today we're here at the Oxford Belfry, close to Tame in Oxfordshire, where the Institute of Lighting Professionals, the ILP, has just, or is in the process of concluding its annual summit event. This is a 2-day event that takes place every year, and we're delighted today to be joined by past president of the ILP and also a stalwart of Schrader UK. That is Kevin Grigg. Hi Kevin, thanks for joining us today.
Good morning.
What I'd like to start by asking is a little bit about the ILP, the Institute of Lighting Professionals. Can you explain what the purpose of the organisation is and what it's there to achieve?
Yes, certainly. The ILP has been going for a number of years. It was founded in 1924 and there's a remit of past presidents, which I'm honoured to be one. The key purpose of the ILP is to provide an excellence in all forms of lighting. So that's covering street lighting, it's covering emergency lighting, sports, road. So providing the lighting to make sure it's safe workplace and things like that. So we're a registered charity, so a lot of the work done by the people in the institution is voluntary, and that includes myself. I give a great deal of time from Schrader, which I'm really glad have given me the opportunity to do what I have. And yeah, it's a very good institution to be part of, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity, as I say, to become president of the institution.
Brilliant. It's quite interesting what you were saying there in terms of we sometimes forget the impact that lighting has. It's almost ubiquitous that we accept that we're going to get street lighting, that we're going to be able to safely navigate around towns and cities, major road conurbations and junctions, all of that. But then you were mentioning about, for instance, security and safety lighting, and obviously that's a critical part as well.
It certainly is,
so
yeah.
The ILP is obviously committed to bringing excellence to all of those areas, and you can see how it could be potentially critical to situations where lives could be at risk.
That's right. I mean, a lot of people just believe the ILP is just road lighting, and that's the label we've been given over the years. To sustain the institution, we've had to look at security lighting and things like that, and we go into army bases and provide the perimeter fence lighting, security, and really it's a part of creating the documents to help people to design things. Like, for example, we do guidance notes on all different aspects, and these are all provided and wrote up by experts in the field and then provided to the membership.
The Institute of Lighting Professionals is obviously an important and august body within the lighting industry. Do you join as an individual or do you join as an organisation, or is it both?
We join as a corporation,
Okay.
and we allow certain individuals to become members. So it's a group membership, and then it's an individual membership as well. And part of that membership is you are able to take on your engineering status through Engineering Council. So the likes of being an iEng or a CEng, and you can procure that through the institution too.
Oh, fantastic. So there's a real educational purpose to the
Yes.
organisation as
I
well.
mean, as from January, CPD is becoming a key part of the industry. It's going to be that you have to attend the elements and provide evidence that you've actually attended training, reading documents, and providing a service, really.
Is an organisation like the Institute of Lighting Professionals important to a company like Schrader that has a position to maintain within the lighting industry?
It's very important. We need to know where we are with the standards, and to do that we became a Premier member where we can actually have input into different topics and provide a service inputting into the institution, and also taking out parts that we would really appreciate and help us to do our role with the industry, really.
So it's obviously an organisation that you can contribute to but also benefit from.
Oh, certainly. There's a key core of membership, around 2,000 individuals, and they come from a wide variety of backgrounds. They're manufacturers, which we're part of. There is also consultants, there's architects, there's contractors, the whole remit really we cover.
So a whole ecosystem around lighting then?
Yes, that's correct.
So in terms of your role that has now ended as president of the Institute of Lighting Professionals, can you tell us a little bit about what that meant for you professionally, and was it what the role entailed?
I joined the institution in 1991, where I just went for, really was, they do technical seminars throughout the year, and started joining in with those technical seminars. and gradually you get more involved, which I have done. I worked as regional on the committee, so we used to have regional committees. I started on the committee, giving more input into the institution. Then I became a vice chair, then I became chairman, and that was at the Midlands region. And following that, the work dropped off from the institution, and I felt I could give more. And then I inquired about becoming part of the national core of the ILP and became a board member as assistant honorary treasurer. And then over the 4 or 5 years, learning how to operate within a boardroom, becoming a director of the business and being responsible for the business. That was a big learning curve for me, and there came a time when I applied for vice president, and that then it gives you 12 months in the position, learning what you need to do for when you become president of the institution. And you're the figurehead for the institution then, so you meet other institutions, you meet SIBSI, you meet all different organisations really, and you get to exchange information and bring in the wider pool into the industry, not only the lighting industry. So yeah, it really enjoyed the work. I've enjoyed it that much. I've stayed on as a non-voting co-opted member of the board, and that's to foresee the new chief exec that we've just appointed 2 months ago, to let her bed into the position and really give her as much support as I can to focus on the near future.
So what does the immediate future hold for the Institute of Lighting Professionals?
The near future for the institution has changed. We are doing a regional review where we're changing what we've done for the past God knows how many years, and we've just set up an implementation panel which we did yesterday and had our first meeting to get the nitty-gritty sorted for the change which will happen the next year.
The event that's taken place over the last couple of days is obviously an important one in the annual calendar for lighting professionals. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the key topics that have been discussed and what's been going on here?
The main part of the summit to start with is the national AGM, and that's where we see the outgoing president change over to the new president, and we put a new vice president in place. So that's usually the first half hour of the summit on the first day, and that is very formal. There's procedures we have to go through for that, which we do. And then we get on to the real nitty-gritty that people need to be at the summit for, and that's for their CPD and the professional requirements within the industry. And there are general topics throughout the 2 days covering a wide range of lighting topics. There was also a very good paper which was related to Schrader, and that was the Newport Bridge. Newport Bridge was a scheme that Schrader worked with Stainton Lighting, and Stainton Lighting gave a very good paper on how they lit it and what the problems was on site that they had to go through, and that was a very good paper.
Excellent, and time for a bit of socialising and networking as well during the downtime, hopefully.
Certainly, the first night then goes into a meal, the President's dinner, black tie event. That's where everybody lets their hair down, has a good night. We had a comedian on the evening, which was very good.
Excellent. So it's good to know that the Institute of Lighting Professionals is there, both to support the industry and to ensure that the highest quality standards are maintained and rigorously enforced across the industry. As I say, sometimes we forget how lighting can impact on our lives. We treat it as something that's ubiquitous, that's always there, that's never missing, but obviously you can very quickly and clearly see where issues and challenges could arise if areas weren't correctly lit. What's good to know is that the Institute of Lighting Professionals is there, that it's on top of all these issues and facing the challenges head on. And thanks very much for joining us, and congratulations on your role as president in the past.
Thank you very much.